Now then, welcome to redarmy.tv. It is, of course, International Week, so is there an awful lot of Boro stuff to talk about? Of course there is. Interesting. It's a love story. It's a true Boro love story. I'm pleased to say in the studio, newlyweds. It's fantastic. Cath and Mick Sykes. Welcome to the studio. I was going to say fellas there. You're one of the boys, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am.
She's one of the lads anyway.
When was the wedding?
Saturday.
Saturday. And it had to be International Week?
Had to be.
So how did you manage to plan this one then, Mick?
We checked 2 years ahead.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Knew you were going to get married?
Yeah.
Couldn't have been on a Boro day?
No.
Why not?
Because we'd missed the Boro match.
That's it. Absolute ardent Boro fans, aren't you?
Correct.
Well, what about, with weddings, honeymoons come around as well. What about the honeymoon? Won't that take you away from a Boro game?
We don't know yet.
Don't know yet. We'll look at that when it comes to it.
All right. So any plans for a honeymoon?
We'll just wait, maybe go on a FA Cup weekend when we've been knocked out.
Oh, please. Let's at least be positive, mate. Let's be positive. We're going to talk footy. We're going to talk wedding stuff as well. We couldn't let you sit there without getting a couple of wedding snaps. So let's have a look at a couple of wedding snaps here of the pair of you. Fantastic stuff. I noticed a tinge of red and white in the flowers.
It was for poppies.
Was it?
It was Remembrance Day.
Was it? Is that why you
Yeah.
did it? Not because of Boro?
No.
No, we had...
I did for Remembrance.
Because we got it for the 11th, obviously we both support, like, Remembrance Sunday and the Forces, etc. So we said, right, the 11th Cath decided, she arranged everything. The majority, she done the room, the lot. I didn't do now. I just sat on my wheelchair and...
Well, I'm the same, mate. At home, my missus does everything. So.
I tried to help, but I was just told to sit there and shut up, not get in the way. So I used to go outside and have a cigarette. Keep out the way. But it was basically like a poppy-themed day.
Yeah.
So...
And it just happened to be red and white as well.
Just happened to be red and white, yeah.
Colours, as we can see.
Yeah.
Datsun Cleveland, that one texts me back.
First of a Boro top.
Do you know what? I remember Dave Hodgson wearing one of them.
Yep.
That was the era, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Hodgie, good old Hodgie. How did you meet?
We met on the MDSA bus.
Yeah,
with
the Middlesbrough
Disabled Supporters
Association. Yeah.
Paddy Cronsbury, MBE.
Bless him, he's been on here quite a lot.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You know, media slut. oh, can I say that?
Yeah,
media. No, we were going to... Cath lived in Whitby, and we were going down to Ipswich on the Saturday morning, and Cath phoned, she couldn't get a lift down. So that was the first time I'd ever seen Cath.
And you thought, hey, aye.
Yes.
She's a bonny lass.
Yeah.
I'll get talking to her.
Yeah.
And the rest is history, as they say. Well, look, fantastic. I mean, congratulations. The club obviously provided a little bit of assistance as well. What did you get off the club?
He got a bottle of champagne from Gary Monk, got a letter from the club and a card.
Oh, nice. And a shirt?
Oh, and a shirt,
You
a
told me
signed
about the
shirt
shirt.
off Joanne. Yeah. All signed.
And what did it say on the back?
Just married, 11/11/17.
Fantastic. It's a pity you'll have to take a photograph of it and send it in to us, because
we will.
we'd like to see the shirt. We're going to talk Boro as well, of course. Mick, what do you make of the current situation where we are? I mean, we're climbing, we've had a couple of wins. Not the start a lot of fans expected, but what do you make of it?
I didn't expect us to do major things straight away. It's a new manager, he's bringing new players in. Obviously, players have got to gel. Some have done better than others. For me, at the moment, I think Downing is... Now, personally, I'm not a Downing fan, but when he's coming at the side, the last maybe 3 or 4 games, for me, he's been absolutely brilliant. Sambalonga, all right, he scored a couple of goals. He hasn't really, I don't think, hit it off. I think we need to get a few more balls into him. The defence, since Daniel Ayala come back, I thought Dale Fry had three great games for a young kid. All right, he's brought Daniel back. First couple of games, he was a bit, just back from injury. Maybe lost his touch a bit, but last couple of games, I think we've won the last 3 games. He's been in the defence.
And you're a big Downing fan as well, aren't you?
Ish, I'm getting there.
You've been converted,
I'm getting
haven't you?
converted. Yeah, my son converted me to him. I've watched him and he has improved, but he just gets a lot of stick from Boro fans, which I don't think he warrants. He is there, and when we have a good game, you find that Downing is one of the main players, but he doesn't get the recognition from the fans.
Well, we'll dig a bit deeper in a second. We're just going to take a quick break to find out the latest on social media. This is what you've been having to say, and those Boro stars as well, on social media with Matt.
Right, let's see what you've all been talking about on social media, even though the Boro haven't played for almost 2 weeks because of international duties. So let's see what you've been saying, starting off with Jonathan Taylor. He said, hurrah, no more painful friendlies until March, non-stop for the next 4 months, time to kick on. Matt McQuaid has put Darren Randolph is the best keeper in the world, by the way. Can't agree with you there, mate. DeG, Buffon, Cordius and O'Black all want to sign Darren Randolph's shirt. Magnificent, hashtag Boro. Tez Peacock, he is having a bit of a geography rant, really, due to Eddie Gray mentioning about the Leeds Boro derby, calling it a Yorkshire derby. And I agree with Eddie, it is a Yorkshire derby. Tez has put Middlesbrough stopped being in Yorkshire back in 1968. I think you better check your Google Maps, mate, because you find that we're actually now back in the North Riding of Yorkshire. Find the road signs. Finally, everything MFC. 3 games weeks are vital to any successful championship team, and Boro must make the most of them if I can get my teeth in. And one more, Tricia Wilkinson. She posted a picture online, as we'll put on the picture now, you can see it on screen. And as she said, she's found a bar in Tenerife and they serve a Boro Parma on the menu. Fantastic. Right, if you want to get your social media rants into us, then you can just do that. Send them in at Boro Red Army using the hashtag redarmy.tv. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks for that, mate. Matt with the social media. If you'd like to make a comment live, we're live on Facebook Live while we're doing the show. It's dead easy. Give us the old hashtag Red Army TV. So hashtag Red Army TV if you want to give us a comment now while we're live on Facebook Live. Daniel Wilkinson's just done exactly that. And he says, congratulations to the newlyweds up the Boro.
Thanks very much.
See?
Thank you, Daniel.
Fantastic. One big happy family we are. Let's talk the season. We had a good chinwag in the green room, didn't we?
Yes.
There's no hint of green whatsoever.
Oh, no, it's all
in the office, and we were talking about odds for the Boro and all that sort of stuff. And you've got a bit of an accumulator going and all that sort of stuff. I got 20-1 for the Boro to win the league 2 weeks ago before we went on that 3-game winning streak, which is fantastic. Sky bet you're going to pay me out because they're going to win it. What is it you're dabbling with the Boro?
I've got an accumulator on to finish like top of the league. So I've got Man City to win the Premiership, the Boro to win our league, Blackburn to win the Fest, and Coventry to win the second.
And are you confident? Are you still confident that the Boro will come up trumps?
At the moment, yeah. As I say, all my teams are doing well. Obviously, Man City are top of the Premiership, so Coventry have just started putting a run together. Blackburn
and the Boro.
Yeah, the Boro have put 3 games. But my best bets for the Geordies and Newcastle and Sunderland to get beat for a fiver, 360 quid.
Yeah,
they both get relegated.
He's put money on the Mags and the Mackhams to both get relegated. I like the sound of Sunderland in League One. I do. There's something about it. There's a certain
just be good, wouldn't it?
Kath, what about this? We spent a chunk of cash, somewhere between 40 and 50 million. Would you have expected us to have done better than we are at the moment, or do you subscribe to the it takes time?
I think it takes time. I was quite negative a few games ago. I didn't think we were playing as well as what we could have done.
Faces, by the way.
Well done, because I'm dead negative.
I
went to Bournemouth. I was one of the...
Really?
I was, not Gary Monk. What upset me with Gary Monk is when we travelled to Bournemouth. We set up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I got back at 20 to 5 the next morning, and what really hurt me, the fact that he didn't come over to the fans and thank them for being there, because that was a long haul of a journey. So I did have a rant about Gary Monk then, but obviously Reading and the other games, he's come well. I think he's got to take time. I think what the problem is, everybody expects far too much of Middlesbrough. I'm not sure if we will go up this year.
How much of that, though, is obviously Steve Gibson saying what he said on the last game of last season, and then obviously the big spend when Gary Monk came in?
I think there's a lot of Middlesbrough fans that jumped on the bandwagon when we got promoted, and they haven't seen us at our worst.
Nobs, by the way, when I was doing the Century commentary as part of the Robertson Brownlee team, we came out with when Janino came as Nobs, new on the bandwagon Boro supporters, NOBBBS.
Yeah, there's a lot of them expect too much. They've got this fans where I sit, I've never been there before, and the boo, and I don't like that. I think you've just got to give your team time.
How negative is she then, Rick? How negative is she?
Negative.
It depends how drunk she is.
Love it.
Because then she does get angry.
Does she?
Yes.
You've got a lifetime of it to come, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a cake here with a Boro ball on top of it. Don't know why, mate. But are you pretty good with the old knife? Are you, Kath?
Easy, dead easy. with
Dead
a knife.
easy. Okay, we'll be cutting that. Very,
Just be careful.
yeah, we'll be cutting that very shortly. It's Mick and Cath Sykes who are our guests, newlyweds. They've just got married this week. Fantastic to see, and they won't even go on honeymoon because they don't want to miss any Boro games. So it's pretty good. By the way, if you want to be part of the show tonight, we're going to talk football more a bit later. It's going to be hashtag Red Army TV. Hashtag Red Army TV. We'll be back chatting Boro, chatting to our guests very shortly. Time to take a quick break. Welcome back. Interesting one from Gary Monk this week. Normally he tweets about the game, doesn't he? But take a look at this. Gary Monk in a mask, and he was at Ramsden's. The only question is, he was supposed to be wearing a mask, weren't you, Gary? Thanks. You two are pretty popular. By the way, it's making it Cath Sykes, the newlyweds from this week. Big Boro, huge Boro fans. Let's have a look. Where do we start? Steve Watson. Hi, Cath.
Hi, Steve.
Christine Adamson. Up the Boro, up the Cath. Lol. Don't know. Well, there you go. Stuart Wallace. Oh, no, we'll come on to Stuart Wallace. Wayne Birchfield.
Wayne.
Good to finally see Mick sober.
It should be the other way around.
Really?
I'm always sober.
All right, okay. That's fantastic. And then some newlywed sort of messages. David Carter Bonsteel, thanks for this one, mate. Great to see the international weekend out of the way. He's saying Leeds 1, Boro 2. Like that one. And Stuart Wallace, what he particularly liked on Twitter, pick your favourite Boro five-a-side team. He wants to know if we've done it. Apparently it was on social media this week on Twitter. Did you see it?
I didn't do
didn't
Twitter.
See it, mate, but we'll pick him. We'll pick him. I'll start with Jim Platt in goal, and Willie Madron will be in the back two. We'll do it a bit later. Let's talk footy. Leeds. You normally go to
I'm not going to Leeds.
tons of Boro games, and you're not going to Leeds. Why?
No, I'll get arrested.
Drink? Behaviour?
Behaviour
Why?
and drink. I don't like Leeds. I
Yeah.
don't like the way they treat the fans. Get ripped off with the extortionate ticket prices.
Yeah, that's
Don't
a
like
thing.
Leeds whatsoever.
Yeah,
And
all
I
the
think the
security.
atmosphere will be a bit toxic this weekend, I think, with Gary Monk going back as well. So I'm going to watch it in the club.
All right. Will you be with her or?
I'll be at Leeds.
No, I knew that was going to be the
I'll
answer.
be at
mate.
Leeds because
What do you reckon to it? Is it? Normally it's. There's no love lost. We know that.
There's
but
no
then
love
there's
lost.
The Monk factor now.
Leeds was the first ever place I ever got arrested, so there's definitely no love lost. But I'm going to be interested to see what they think about Monk.
Well, I've been seeing things on social media this week.
Yeah, well,
Whenever he posts something on Twitter, Leeds fans jump on it. And
as I say, at the moment, I've got if they'd have been playing like they were at the beginning of the season and we were playing like we were, I'd have gone for Leeds to win. But I think it's going to be. I think we're going to nick it 1 goal.
Well, we'll come back to it. We've still got plenty to gas before we get to that. Particularly a wedding cake. Now, we don't have any budget on this show. We're tight as backsides. But we do have Peter Hodgson's special cake he brought in. I think he got it from Aldi or somewhere like that, with a Boro ball on top. So, come on. Here we go.
Yeah.
There's the cake. With a red ribbon. So there's a bit of red and white there. Let's have a look, Kath. Come on, you got to cut it. Come on, Kath. You got to cut it.
That you could
I'll
have.
do it that
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
better
We'll
with
do
the
it on
knife.
there
I'll do
because
it on there.
fingers can go missing very
Yeah,
quickly.
there we go.
Oh, look at this.
There we
Lovely. It almost fell off the board. Cracking. So you got to have a wish or something now, haven't you? I don't
Yeah,
know.
wish
Long
for
time.
a win on Sunday.
Oh, wish we're going to win on Sunday. We like that. Long time since I got married. Tried it twice. Still there though with the second one. What about our international players? There's been a break. We had 3 wins going into that international break. So some would argue it's the wrong time to stop playing football. Congratulations, by the way, to Braithwaite. Well done, mate. He's qualified. But it's Randolph I'm thinking about now. After getting stuffed 5 in the second leg of the playoff, Mick, what sort of effect do you think it might have had on him?
I don't think it'll affect him that much. He'll be down, but he'll probably come back to train today or tomorrow. So I think he'll be down maybe the day, but he'll just get back into. He's got an extra day off because we play Sunday, so the team will get behind him. Obviously, Braithwaite might wind him up a touch.
Yeah, I think
but,
so.
I think he's a professional player, isn't he? You know, they win some, they lose some.
Yeah, he had a cracking first leg, didn't he?
Obviously, we didn't see the game Saturday night because obviously it was the wedding thing, and you know the beer goggles were on, and didn't watch the game. But I heard he'd had a good game.
Yeah.
Last night I was watching the England game. You know, I just wanted to see how the kids did against the Brazilians. So I didn't think. I kept flicking across and seeing, and they kept telling you they were getting beat. So in the end, not a problem.
Absolutely. Cath, I mean, the fact he had a great game in the first leg as well is some comfort as well, because great game, concede 5. You'll be hoping, like the rest of us, he's gonna come out with a point to prove, yeah?
He'll be fine. He's been brilliant the last few weeks. Some of the saves, that save he pulled off against, I can't remember who played the last game. The last game.
Sunderland
we played.
That goal that he stopped.
The one early doors when they could have took the lead. Yeah.
So I've got no worries about him. He's doing absolutely brilliant.
But we're keeping fingers crossed that of course there'll be no hangover.
He's getting better every game, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what we'll take a quick break. It's time to catch up with what's going on around the Boro, and being a Boro fan, here's Heidi with Boro in 60 seconds.
Good evening, I'm Heidi Spencer and this is Boro in 60 seconds. There was joy and heartbreak for Boro's international trio as Denmark clinched a place in the World Cup finals at the expense of the Republic of Ireland. Darren Randolph and Cyrus Christie were on the wrong end of the 5-1 defeat to Denmark, which included Martin Braithwaite among the substitutes. Marcus Tavernier started for England on the 19th on Tuesday afternoon when the Young Lions sealed top spot in their Euro qualifying group with a 1-0 win over Bulgaria. Tavernier played 69 minutes before being replaced by Everton's Dennis Adeniran. Rockcliffe Park will be the last stop on a long walk for an extraordinary fundraiser. Mark Solan, funder of the Solan Connor Fawcett Family Cancer Trust, is walking home to Spennymoor from London, where he attended the Pride of Britain Awards. And Red Army will be providing transport to Boro's game away to Leeds this coming Sunday. Pickups will be from Gisborough, Redcar High Street, Six Meadows and Anson Farm. And that was Boro in 60 seconds.
Thanks for that, Heidi. Hashtag Red Army TV if you'd like to make a comment during the show. Luke Anthony Hughes has done exactly that. Randolph's going to be up for Sunday. He's class. So that's great news. It is a tricky one, though. I mean, Leeds got off to a flyer, Mick, didn't they, this season? They were up there. Cardiff were up there still. Obviously, Wolves are flying high at the moment. But Leeds have tripped over. In the last half dozen, 7 games or so. How difficult is it going to be?
Well, as you say, it's going to be. They'll be up for it. We'll be up for it just the same, because obviously we class it as a Yorkshire derby. Being born in Yorkshire myself, so I do class it as a derby. They'll probably come out all guns blazing. We'll probably sit back, hit them on the break a few times. Depends who gets the first goal. The last twice, Elland Road have both been draws. You know, so I think we'll nick it by one.
Yeah.
By one.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll get your exact prediction in a bit. It's a big game. Obviously, it's a big game. Do you remember Ian Bailey?
Yes.
Yeah. He was in that. He was in that very seat here just a couple of weeks ago and did a chat with us. Yeah. Let's catch up with a little bite of what he had to talk about. And basically, he's talking about his career. And the biggest game of his career, he reckons, was the first one he ever played in. Here he is.
Made my debut and it was a winning one as well, beating Tottenham 1-0. And I think, you know, when you look back, I think your first game is always the best game. You know, it stands out in your mind. And, you know, you're playing against Tottenham Hotspur, Martin Chivers and Steve Perryman and people like that. Luckily, the person I am didn't bother me. You know, I wasn't one of these, I'm playing against so-and-so today, I'm playing against him. My philosophy was, well, I'm playing for Middlesbrough, so I'm good enough to play against these players and play on the same pitch as them.
And it was a good team under Jack, wasn't it? It was a cracking team.
Oh.
He was surrounded by some great players.
Fantastic. You know, I mean, it was, you know, I don't think he gets the recognition that he should. You know, what a good manager he was. Because he just changed the total play for Middlesbrough. You know, by playing one in behind the front two. You know, Alan Foggen. Teams couldn't cope with that. It was something new, and you know they ran away with the league, didn't they? But Jack was what he was. What's the next bit thing after that? You know, playing three at the back or whatever. He was always wanting to progress like that, and I think it was good playing for a manager like that.
I just fancy a slice. Can I have a slice of your wedding cake? I was going to say Christmas cake. I better put it back down.
Probably is Christmas
I'll do it
cake.
some damage if I do really taste that. Chris McDermott, thanks for your message, mate. Can't wait for Sunday. Come on, you Reds. He's on the Red Army bus, which we're taking the lead. I think we've got 2 places left, that's all. 51 seats booked in the 53-seater coach. Just 2 seats left. Right, we are looking ahead to Leeds. So we're gonna nail on our predictions now. So score lines. Come on, Cath, what do you reckon? I know you're going to be sitting in the pub having a beer.
I think it'd be 1-1, but I've just got a feeling that Leeds might nick it.
What? You can't say that in the studio.
No, I really do.
So
Just got a little bad feeling.
2-1-ish.
2-1. I'd go for a draw.
Go on, Mick. What are you going for?
I say we're going to nick it, so I'll go 2-1.
2-1 Boro.
Yeah.
I'll go for a 1-0 Boro. Come on, Gary Monk. Stick it down their crows, because I've had plenty to say. Thank you very much. We're out of time. Congratulations. We all wish you well. We'll catch you next week. See ya.